Hi, it's Alexis Hasselberger, time management and productivity coach. Do you find that year after year you make the same resolutions and they never really come to fruition? Well, if you do, you're not alone. So don't worry about that. This is what happens to most people. I think the stat is something like, 89% of people have given up or failed on their New Year's resolutions by the beginning of February, right? This is why gym parking lots are totally packed in January and not so packed in February and the later months after that. So if this is you, if you have had trouble with New Year's resolutions in the past, you tell yourself that you want to do something, or, really anytime you make a goal, you tell yourself you're going to do it, and then it just doesn't happen year after year, right? Then I want to share with you a method that can help you to actually make those New Year's resolutions happen, that can actually make those goals happen. And this method has a funny name. It is called WOOP, WOOP, WOOP. And this comes out of some research from a psychologist at NYU. She's a professor at NYU named Gabrielle Odingen. And she developed this method as a way to get people to actually move forward with their goals and make sure that they actually happen. So what does WOOP stand for, right? It's not just a fun word to say, although it is kind of fun to say. And so I'm probably going to say it a few more times before the end of this video. But WOOP is an acronym, and it stands for wish, outcome, obstacle, plan. So what does this mean in the context of a resolution, right? Or in the context of a goal? So I'm going to give you an example. The most popular New Year's resolution on the planet is around exercising more and being healthy. So we're going to use that as an example because it's probably familiar to you. So let's take this through the WOOP process. So the WOOP process, we start with wish. So what is it that you want to do? So let's say your New Year's resolution is to exercise more, right? Great. Okay, that's your wish. Now we are going to think about the outcome. So what is the outcome of that? What will happen if you start exercising more? What are all the good things? And here is where we're using that research from Gabrielle Odingen, who she came up with this mental contrasting. So we're going to be contrasting what the absolute best possible things are that could come out of this with maybe some of those obstacles that we might face along the way. So first we think of the outcomes. So if you start exercising more, what are the outcomes? Well, you're going to get stronger. You're going to get healthier. You're going to have reduced stress. Maybe your mood will improve, right? Lots of really great things come when you start exercising more. So that's the outcome. You want that outcome. Now we're going to contrast that with the obstacles. So what might be some obstacles if you, if you try to start exercising more and it just doesn't happen, right? Some obstacles might be you don't feel like you have enough time, right? Or you don't feel like you have enough energy, or, maybe it's too expensive, your gym membership, and so you've got to cancel it. There could be all sorts of obstacles that you might encounter that would prevent you from reaching this goal or making good on this resolution. So that's where we get into the plan, right? So we've talked about the wish. What do we want to do? The outcome, what are those good things that will happen when we do it? The obstacles, what might get in our way? And now what's our plan, right? So how are we going to actually do this? So this is a combination of next steps. So what are you going to actually do to move this forward? So maybe it's that you want to start running, but you need to buy some running shoes first. Maybe that's the next step. But also, what are we going to do about those obstacles? So if you find yourself in a time crunch, what are you going to do about that? If you find yourself with a lack of energy, you don't feel like exercising, what are you going to do? And so this is where, for me, I might use a strategy of saying, well, I'm going to use a tiered method. So in the best of all possible worlds, and I'll just use my kind of own examples here. In the best of all possible worlds, like if I've got enough time and I've got enough energy, I go for a run every day, right? Doesn't actually happen every day, but that's what happens in the best of all possible worlds. Now, if I am lacking time, I might say, oh, you know what? I don't have time to go for a run today, but what I can do is I can do some yoga in my house, like do a yoga video in my house, right? And let's say I don't have time and I don't have energy. I'm just feeling really bad and I don't want to do anything. Then I might do like the lowest level tier where I might just do 50 crunches before I go to bed and maybe 10 push-ups. And this way I still did exercise. I still did movement. I still got that in, but I didn't do it at like the highest level up there. And so this is how I would combat with a plan what those obstacles might be. Now, I want you to think about what your resolution is or what a goal is for you for 2023. And I want you to try out the WOOP method to see if this is something that can help you get there. And I'm going to make it easy for you too. I actually have a little worksheet that will help you to just take you through this process so that you go make sure you get the W, the O, and the P, right? We get all of them in there. So you can download that right here, right now. And then you can take that, you can add your own goal, your own resolution to that, and make sure that you can use this science-backed strategy to help you to achieve your goals. All right, that's it for now. If you like this content, if you've made it to the end, make sure to subscribe. Make sure that you get this in your feed on a regular basis. I put out a new video every single week. I would love to see you here again. And if you have any questions about anything, you can find me on my website, also linked below.
Yeah, please subscribe. See, as you can see, only 21% of the people that watch our videos are actually subscribed. So if you hit the subscribe button, it would help us out actually quite a bit. So yeah.